In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to achieve a flat lightening using just natural lighting, as you can see in that particular image. This is actually an excerpt from a documentary that I made recently for a corporate organization right here in Ghana. But because of copyright issues, I might not be able to show you the full film here. But if you're watching this video in the future, I might probably have links to the full film in the description box below. You can check the film out. No artificial lightning was used during the making of this video. So we got to this particular location. It was already midday, and trust me, when you're shooting documentaries like this, it's not like a controlled environment where sometimes you can get time to go and place light. Most of these things are kind of sporadic, and just even getting to the location, there was so many variables we couldn't control. Our car broke down and a lot happened. So simply put, we got there like midday when the sun was directly overhead, and you would think that that is the worst time of the day to shoot, but we just had to make this work. So first of all, by relying on how I go about shooting videos in natural light, I actually chose to do this under a shade or under a mango tree where there was a shade. So I moved my character there, and immediately after setting our camera angle, the first challenge popped up. That is because we have two different exposures, because under the mango tree is a different exposure and the background is also a different exposure. So when you expose for your subject, the background is way out of sight, like it's overblown, it's just white completely. In order to overcome this, what I decided to do in this case was to actually stick with using a 50mm in shooting the scene, and the lens is actually a 50mm f1.2. So we actually cranked up so that I'll use that method in separating the subject from the background, since I could not do anything about it. So in this case, we are using bokeh to separate the subject from the background. So that is what you're seeing on your screen right now. As you can see, the background is totally out of sight. Now with the shutter speed, I didn't use an ND here. For those of you who don't know what an ND filter is, it's basically like a sunglass for your camera where you screw it in front so that you'll be able to cut down the light that is coming in. At the same time, you'll be able to open up your aperture to be able to get a blur background. Now we didn't have that available. I mean, we didn't have these sunglasses available, so I went ahead to crank up my shutter speed to accommodate for that. Now the professional filmmakers or big filmmakers watching me out there, people actually have strong stance on this, but for me, I actually don't have strong stance on that unless I'm doing narrative. But in kind of glamorous documentary of this nature where it's all about beautiful images, sometimes I don't mind. I know I've met filmmakers who would virtually not shoot with their NDs if they are not following the traditional rule of having their shutter speed being double their frame rate. They won't. But for me, I'm very liberal. Sometimes I can go even without NDs, and that is what I did for this particular shot. I actually just cranked up my aperture and actually increased my shutter speed to be able to get this blurry background look as you're seeing. So after that, we were presented with another major challenge, which is because we were under a tree, as you can see on her face, we do have this dots happening. That is because the sun rays is piercing through some of the leaves of the tree, through the empty spaces in between the leaves. And this creates an effect on the subject's body. And once the wind keeps moving the leaves around, you keep seeing that it caused some form of distraction on the subject. I didn't like this, so I came up with an idea. Why don't we use our reflector in a totally different way that we are used to? Now, if you know SS-in-1 reflector, where you have the gold, the silver, the green, the blue, and all those colors on it, I picked one of them and I actually took off all these other colors, and I was left with this very white transparent aspect of it, and I used it to diffuse the light just by placing it right above the subject, which helped me to kind of diffuse the light that is coming in, which went a long way in eliminating completely those kind of shadows of the leaves that were hitting the subject's face. And we ended up having this very beautiful flat image happening. And because of the blurry background, it kind of made this look much more professional. So just without any lights, this is kind of a shot that we achieve at the end of the day. This is very simple. Trust me, if you break this down, it's as simple as it gets, and that is how you go about it. And this video you are watching right now is also currently being filmed using natural light, just that I'm using a little bit of a cinematic approach from my choice of color, the red and the kind of background happening over there. And because I'm shooting slightly from the shadowy side of my face, and the light is coming from here, I have a giant window here which is lighting the side of my face, and also to the background side I have a small window here which is also kind of lightening the background at the moment. So as you can see, there's so much you can do with natural light. All you need to do is just learn how to control it. Now in very advanced situations, you can even use flags to block the light, because trust me, in lightning, sometimes it's not just always about adding, but it's about being able to subtract the light. Like I said, the flat look was just an aesthetic look. This is exactly how I actually wanted the shot to look like. That's how I went about it. But in the near future, I'll make another separate video on how to control outdoor lighting if you really want to go a very cinematic approach by not using let me say this flat lighting approach. But if you don't have lights, this is a very good way to start up if that is the aesthetic or that is the look that you are kind of going for. I have lots of videos on this channel that are related to lighting, and I'll have them in the description below. Kindly check them out. And if you're new here, this is the African Amaze channel, right here from the middle of Africa. I talk about cinematography, photography, editing, and all its related branches. This is targeted at beginner filmmakers, and if you really want to learn more about filmmaking, especially from an African filmmaker's perspective, please click on the subscribe button. Make sure to click on notification icon so that you get notified anytime I drop awesome content like this on the Africa Amaze channel. Now, if you really just bought some new lights or you really want to get into artificial lighting, I have a video here on 3-point lighting. Click there to watch it, and I will share ideas with you as to how to go about lightening a scene using 3 lights. Until next time, as always, keep practicing filmmaking. Peace out. Say hi to my audience. Say hi. Ta-da! Say hi, hi.